agua es para una vida siempre. Si no hay agua, no hay vida, ¿no ves?
Agua siempre tomamos toda la vida, es lo más importante ahora.
Cualquier planta, cualquier cosecha, siempre con el agua. Si está contaminado, entonces casi no sirve hasta, nos puede afectar hasta a nosotros.
No tenemos nada, ni para comer, ni para tomar, nada, ¿no ves?
Si no hay agua no vivimos, pues morimos también.
El agua es muy importante, siempre es vida, ¿no ves?
Agua es vida.
Agua es vida.
La producción que ahora Aripalca tiene no es como antes. Hace 10 años atrás producía en gran manera Aripalca. Hicimos caer casi a unos 1,50 de altura cuando estaba, como se dice, estaba floreciendo, ya estaba en flor, se lo llevó el agua. Y desde ese momento casi no vino agua permanente por la sequía. Y como consecuencia, el resultado de ello es que no hay choclo.
Aquí vivimos casi 70 personas. Así cultivando en el terreno, sembrando, vivimos. Hay otras partes que no hay sequías bien hechas, entonces por falta de sequía no sembramos y por eso la gente se emigra a Argentina. Tenemos terrenos, lo que sí, no hay agua, no hay sequía bien hecho para cultivar. La contaminación es la causa siempre la contaminación viene de los minerales, de las minas que vienen de Atacama, Kumurana, y entonces eso afecta a toda esta ribera.
Mi trabajo es coordinar los proyectos acá en Bolivia con los equipos, cosas referidas a lo que ellos están implementando en áreas rurales de Bolivia. Ingenieros en Acción son profesionales de Bolivia, conocen la realidad de Bolivia, sabemos qué es lo que la comunidad realmente necesita y por ende nosotros transmitimos esta necesidad a los Estados Unidos.
All of the Engineers in Action engineers are either in the office helping with logistics and actually working out designs, or they're here with a team in a community helping to make sure everything runs smoothly and safely.
Para Fundación Ingenieros en Acción.
We had to have Engineers in Action buy a lot of the materials and handle a lot of the logistics for us because we just can't do it. It's so many materials to get down here.
So I think it's much better to be focused on that.
And he really coordinated like all the water that we're going to drink and all the food that we're going to eat. And he just made all the preparations for the trip so much easier because he had it like nailed down.
They do all of the hard work of setting up our living arrangements, to finding us labs that we can test, to really being the people who communicate, who know Spanish and communicate with the community members.
Okay, so
Are you sure we don't want to read
do you want to
Ricardo's developed a really solid relationship with the community. We actually, we only come once a year, and so he's our eyes and ears on the ground. So when we were having issues and we needed to change our design earlier this year, we were able to send Ricardo down to come and get data for us.
Part of our job is monitoring the project afterwards. You can't just come in and put a project in place and give it to the community and say, here you go, and when it breaks, it breaks. If we move on to a different community and we can't get down here, Engineers in Action are going to be the ones that are monitoring to make sure that every project continues to be sustainable and that the community is continuing to use them and they're able to get all of the materials they need.
Cuando están acá, hay algunos problemas que se presentan. Con la experiencia de nosotros los ingenieros de acá de Bolivia, ayudamos a que se puedan resolver las ideas. Adicionamos ideas, discutimos ellas, entonces decimos cuál es la mejor y seguimos adelante.
I have the answer.
They know best what's going to work with the community, what isn't, what kind of designs are going to be functional in a certain area. They know really what's going to be sustainable, what's going to work, what kind of project the community is going to be behind, and then help with the engineering design, especially on site. Communication with the community, it's vital. Just sending one engineer down with us to be here and help us communicate with the community, they do that all the time, full time. And they really know what's going on and they really know how to work with communities. If the community doesn't fully understand all the aspects of the project, they're not going to want to know how to help us with the project and how to maintain it. And we need an EIA engineer here who knows how to communicate effectively.
¿A dónde nos recomendaría ir? No sé si hay otra casa por aquí.
It's definitely great to have someone, from Bolivia who understands Bolivian communities and community development work. And so I think Ricardo really did a great job with that. And they're able to kind of help us when we aren't communicating effectively in a meeting. They're able to better, I think, understand and interpret community feelings and what the community is worried about or what their concerns are. And that way we can address them properly.
La preocupación que han tenido les agradecemos. Estamos felices, contentos. Han cumplido con la promesa que usted tenía que venir y nos están haciendo el trabajo. Nosotros estamos cooperando lo que podamos siempre.
Pedirse de ellos, ya no me estoy pidiendo yo que nos ayude. Si estamos juntos, entonces estamos tranquilos, contentos.
This community is definitely behind our project. We have a lot to thank from Engineers in Action for that. Really, it's probably the most efficient NGO I've ever heard of.
I don't know what we would have done without Engineers in Action. They have been such an integral part of the success of our chapter. They've helped with on-the-ground logistics. They've helped with obtaining materials, particularly in advance, so that when we're here, we have the most time to actually build the project as possible.
Ricardo has all the same knowledge as us and even more because he's so much more experienced. But him just really knowing the culture as well as the whole mathematical engineering thinking side really is valuable in the fact that I think we get so much more done. They're really a mechanism for success.
This community, they don't have years to wait for a better water source for their crops. And I can't imagine not using an NGO like Engineers in Action who really know how to make things run effectively and smoothly, and just to make sure that it's safe and that it's going to be sustainable. They're the right type of people for what they do. They travel and live here and work here, and they really want to devote their lives to helping others. They really provide a lot.
Cada ingeniero coordina una cierta cantidad de proyectos. Yo en este momento, por ejemplo, estoy con 5. No puedo coordinar más proyectos porque el tiempo no me alcanza y por ende tenemos pocas comunidades que están siendo beneficiadas. If we would have more engineers, we can coordinate with more EWB teams and with more communities, and we can have more people who can be helped with our effort. Water is life. It means more opportunities for people. It means no more people living in the rural areas of Bolivia. It means more development. We can help a lot of people who really need potable water and irrigation, but we cannot do that without your help. You can make the difference. With your help, with your contributions, we are going to build a better country, a better future.